Hi everyone, Stephen Lee here. The SBA recently announced that they are upping the EIDL loan maximum to $2 million. In this video, I'll be covering the following: 5 key changes to the EIDL program, including existing modification requests and the processing time of those requests. Number 2 is details on the increased $2 million EIDL loan, and answer questions like, is collateral going to be required and changed, and how and when to apply. So let's get right into it. Late last week, the SBA's Administrator Isabella Casillas Guzman announced major enhancements to the COVID-19 Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, also known as EIDL. So the 5 key changes being announced by the SBA include the following. Number 1 is increasing the COVID EIDL cap from $500,000 to $2 million. Loan funds can be used for any normal operating expenses and working capital, including payroll, purchasing equipment, and paying debt. Number 2 is implementation of a deferred payment period. In the past, there was a loan repayment deferment period for up to 2 years or a year and a half. Now, for all existing EIDL loans, the deferment payment is now 2 years from the date of the loan origination. Okay, so now for all EIDL loans, it's a 2-year deferment period, no matter when you receive your EIDL loan. Number 3 is an establishment of a 30-day exclusivity window. So this 30-day window is for the SBA to approve and disburse funds for loans of $500,000 or less. Approval and disbursement of loans over $500,000 will begin after this 30-day period. So many of you who are watching and still waiting patiently have been approved but have not received your increase or your EIDL loan modification request just yet. The next 30 days, the SBA is calling this their exclusivity window to push as many of these applications and to release funds as soon as possible during this 30-day period. So it won't be surprising if you start to receive more communication from the SBA loan officer, as well as if your funds have been approved and you did e-sign for the modification request, you should hopefully see the funds being deposited within the next few weeks. Number 4 is expansion of eligible use of funds. So remember, once again, the EIDL funds were meant for working capital, but now with this new update, COVID EIDL funds will now be eligible to prepay commercial debt, once again, prepay commercial debt, and make payments on federal business debt. Okay, so in the past, EIDL funds were not eligible to be used to pay or prepay commercial debt or make payments on federal business debt. So this is a big update. And number 5 is simplification of affiliation requirements. So in addition to the policy enhancement, the SBA has invested in optimized processes and increased capacity to improve the customer service experience for all applicants. This includes accelerated daily processing of loan increases from originally 2,000 applications to more than 37,000 applications on a daily basis. So they've really invested a lot more into optimizing their processes. And then in the past, loan officer productivity also went up from processing 1.86 applications per day to 15 applications per day. So it's gone up a lot. Remember, if this is the kind of update and information you're looking for, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on that bell notification so you don't miss out on any future updates. So let's cover some of the details related to the new increased EIDL loan cap of $2 million. The loan terms, those have not changed. It's still 30 years, 2-year deferment on all of them. Then you can repay the loan with principal and interest over the remaining 28 years. Okay, so 30 years, 2-year deferment, and then a 28-year repayment period. The interest rate is still 3.75 for businesses and 2.75 for private non-for-profits. Number 2, when will the SBA begin approving loans greater than $500,000 or $500,000? For loans greater than $500,000, applications will not be approved until after the 30-day exclusivity period, which ends on October 8th, 2021. But you can submit your approval or request for approval before then. Applicants can choose to apply for $500,000 or under immediately and then for over $500,000 funds after the exclusivity period ends. Or they can choose to apply immediately for all desired funds above $500,000 and have their applications wait for approval starting October 8th, 2021. They say that the SBA's average decision time for loans greater than $500,000 is going to be 1.5 months. Okay, so about 6 weeks. So we'll see if that timeline holds up. Third, what additional documents will be required for loans greater than $500,000 or $500,000? There's a form, SBA Form 413, which is going to be a personal financial statement that they're going to be requiring you to submit. And now a list of real estate owned, okay? And I'm going to go into why they're going to request those two. 4, the collateral requirements for loans greater than $500,000. A security agreement, Form UCC-1, which is a lien against your business assets, and best available mortgage on real estate owned by the business applicant. So for loans greater than $500,000, they're going to put the lien on business assets will still be required, but now they're also going to implement something called the best available mortgage on any real property owned by the business. The SBA will also charge a one-time $100 filing fee for filing the UCC-1 lien form. There's also a credit score requirement for loans greater than $500,000. The for-profit businesses need a minimum score of 625 to qualify. Also, how is the maximum loan amount calculated for loans greater than $500,000? The SBA will perform a cash flow analysis for the business to confirm the business's ability to repay the proposed COVID-19 EIDL loan, as well as any existing business loan obligations. And how do you request an increase? This is a really important question. Log into your COVID EIDL portal and they say, please do not apply for another loan. Okay, so you have to use the existing loan and the existing portal. If you do, your application may be flagged as fraudulent. So you don't want to apply for a second time with a new loan application. You have to use that portal to request funds. For a client that did receive the maximum $500,000, for one of our clients, I went into their portal this morning and noticed that the blue box reappeared now, the request more funds, the blue box. When I clicked on the box, it would not let me move on to the next screen stating that a tax return form must have a value. So once you click on request more funds, this bankruptcy notification, or if your information is changed for any owners of the business 20% or greater, that information box appears. However, even though the client is not undergoing any bankruptcy and no information has changed for the owner, when I click submit, it still won't let me go past, and there's this little error that appears that says tax return form must have a value. So it does not appear the system is yet ready to start receiving the $2 million increases just yet. And lastly, how will the SBA officer communicate with you? There's 2 ways, email or telephone. But remember if they ever request any information by email, make sure you only send documents and emails to an email address ending in @sba.gov. Once again, there's a lot of fraud out there, and so you definitely want to make sure that you're sending documents and corresponding with only official people related to the SBA. So make sure their email address ends in @sba.gov. I'll keep you posted on any updates regarding this new $2 million EIDL increase. So you definitely want to subscribe and turn on your notifications for those updates. Until next time, I wish you all a wonderful day. Bye.